Adele, take me back to February of 2016. Take me back. What happened?
Well, February 13th, 2016, the magnet program at North Corp, they had arranged a trip to Belize, and it was during spring break. However, the main purpose of the trip was for a science project. So they were to go there and do some exploring in the rainforest and also do some missionary work and help build a school while they were there. So yeah, I remember when Tomari came and he brought the flyer. He was excited about it. He loves to travel. He loved to travel. And he said, "Mom, look, we're going to Belize. You have to watch this video."
What explanation was given when he came up missing?
There was none, actually, and no explanation. I'm going to tell you, for over a year I begged and pleaded trying to figure out what happened. And I got nothing. I got no one saw anything, no one knew anything. In fact, after when this initially happened, I wasn't able to speak with the chaperones until April. So almost 3 months later, it was the end of April, I was finally allowed to speak with them, and that was one of the first things that they said when we met. "Oh, we weren't allowed to speak with you, but we're okay to speak now."
And so that made you think, why? What did that make you think?
I just was in shock. I'm going to tell you, when that happened, I was literally in shock because it happened hours after they left. I had brought them to the airport. They had to be there for 5:30, and I think we got there like 5:40, 5:45. So this was hours after they had gotten there when I got a call that night that he was missing, and that was after 8, and the next call I got was just about midnight. It was the embassy saying they had recovered his body. So imagine my shock. What do you mean recover his body? Whatever respect I had for that school, I lost it at that point when I realized that I was getting nothing. I was like everyone else in the public. I'm looking online and Googling my child's name trying to figure out what happened.
Right. Fast forward to now, and you've seen the videotape. Take me there.
I am gonna share something with you. A couple days ago after I saw that video, I was shampooing my hair, and at some point I started to panic because water got in my nose. I was thinking about Tomari. I literally heard the gurgle before he took his last breath. Like, I heard that in my mind. But it's still fresh. So like I said, a couple days ago, just shampooing my hair, water got in my nose and I freaked out. So seeing it, yes, I finally know what happened, but I'm astonished that I was given nothing. I was led to think that he wandered off. I was led to think that, okay, did he go to the bathroom? Because I knew that there were no public restrooms out there. So in my mind, I'm trying to think, okay, what could have happened? Tomari would never wander off, and he would never wander off. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if no one knows what happened, if he did wander off, did he go to use the bathroom?
You just had no answers, no closure, no.
Something happened?
Right.
So literally after a year of begging and pleading, I finally know. But to me, it's inexcusable that no one stepped forward and said anything. No one stepped forward and even offered, "Oh, well, I remember XYZ." In my mind, I'm like, okay, he disappeared into thin air.
And he was your only child.
My one and only. And I used to refer to him, still refer to him as this, my love, my life, because that's what he was. My love, my life. Every decision I made from I had Tomari was because of him.
Tell us about him. Who was Tomari?
Gosh. I honestly, I don't think words have been invented to describe Tomari. Like when I think about him and what I will miss, his smile, just his kindness. If he sees that I was looking serious, he would do this to me. Mom, smile. So, but if I were to select words that are already invented, I would say brilliant, very selfless. He just was always willing to help and lend a hand. He was. And the thing what really cuts me to my core, the time he needed help, no one offered it. The time he needed help most. And I had to struggle with that at some point too, because I said to myself, the one time he needed me, I wasn't there. The one time. And I've always been told by family and friends, oh, you're too protective. Oh, you're too protective. Oh, well, let's do this, let's do that. My reply was always, no, I need to be in place for my son.
Where do you get your strength from?
Definitely a higher power at work. You know what gets me, and I had to beg God forgiveness for this, because the day they left, like they had school up until the day they left. So they left on a Saturday. So that Friday, that whole week they had tests. And, I can remember dropping him off to school Friday. And as I always did, we hugged, kissed, said, I love you. And as he walked out of the car, and I always did this, I would watch him until I couldn't see him. But as he's walking off, I pray over him. This is something I did continuously. And I could remember thinking to myself, when that realization had sunk in that he had passed, I went numb. I literally couldn't pray for weeks. I just was numb. In my mind, I'm like, no, like, what did I do? I'm like, no. We are very spiritually connected. I prayed over this boy daily. If someone had told me February 12th that I would be living the rest of my life without my child, I would say no, because that's not possible. It's not possible.
But you believe this is for a bigger reason. This tragedy is happening.
It has to be, because it's too senseless. Something of this magnitude really should have never happened, and it's unconscionable really, because looking at the video, it's senseless. It's inexcusable. His life could have been saved 20 times over. 20 times over. This past Easter, when everyone was spending time with their loved ones, as I do every day, I was left to walk in his room, lay in his bed, hug his pillow, grasp his clothes, still trying to hold on to his sin, the essence of him.
And we think of drowning as an isolated event. When you see the video, you see that there are people all around, and what did that do to you?
There is a gaping hole in my heart that will never be mended. Never. It will never be mended. As I mentioned, to me, it's inexcusable. Like, he could have been saved 20 times over. 20 times over. All was needed was an extended hand, but he never got that.